Hi guys, how we all doing? Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Sunday. How we all doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. How has your weekend been? You guys, this is unusual because I barely come to live stream on Saturdays, on Sundays, or should I even say on weekends. But with what is happening with this sad news, we just have to come live. I just have to come live to give you guys the update, okay, on this matter. If you have not seen my video, my previous video, you check it out about this Chrisland girl, like Chrisland again. Chrisland is at the limelight for their bad news again. Thank you so much for coming. Please thumbs up for the video, okay? So if you have watched my previous video, you will see the mother of that Chrisland girl. She came out to give her own side of the story, like what happened, what transpired, how she went to the school intersports day and she couldn't see her daughter, and she kept looking around and she couldn't find her daughter. Now the evidence has come out. Like, you guys trust Gist Lover because Gist Lover said that this woman is one of her or his member. So now evidence have started coming out like as they hot. So if you have not checked, if you have not seen that video, try to watch the video of Bisola's mother narrating the whole story. That will be a video before this one. Okay, so that is Bisola's mother. That is the girl, the 12 years old girl who just by or who the life has been taken. And you guys, the school up to now have not given a reasonable statement about what happened to the girl. Okay, and that is the painful part of it to the mother. Okay, now the mother is bitter that her daughter is dead, especially her first fruit is dead, but she is more pained that the school is not coming out to tell them the real truth of what happened. So I'm going to just rephrase or just summarize what she said in her video, and then I will now tell you guys the evidence that Gist Lover have shown. Gist Lover has come out to explain the things that happened. You guys trust Gist Lover now. So the mother came out to say that the girl that the girl is okay. She went to school that day. The girl is a boarding house student. She's not a boarding house, she's a day. And she went to school on that day. It was supposed to be their sports day or inter-house sports time. And she went there because the last time, that is the previous year, the mother couldn't attend. And now the daughter was disappointed, and the mother promised her she was going to attend. On reaching there, she waited, she couldn't see her daughter. And one spirit pushed her to go to the opposite side to look for her daughter. By the time she get there, um, she had seen a vehicle that just moved fast, and some of other children were telling her that, oh, a girl fainted and they have taken the girl to the hospital. So the mother said she saw another teacher who told her, oh, um she called her mommy Desola, that Desola fainted and they poured water on her and they have taken her to hospital. And that was how the mother went to the hospital and already found her daughter dead. You guys have to check that video so that you can hear from her. Okay, this is just a summary of the whole thing, but the mother is so pained that this girl wasn't sick. This girl left her house healthy and she came to school to meet her like dead, not even struggling to die, dead. And you guys remember that Chrisland already had a bad name, like after Chrisland, then Darwin. Okay, Darwin, that this guy Sylvester Sylvester Omoni died that particular time. This time around is now Chrisland. If you guys remember, like last year, Chrisland already had a bad news about this teenager that they took to Dubai for that their competition. And during Dubai, they released a kind of Kerewa video of three of their students where they were having fun. And these are teenagers, okay? Now, Gist Lover has, because the woman is a member of Gist Lover has gone deep to actually bring out details, to bring out the real deal, to bring out evidence. You guys trust they play, especially when he comes out, when he's ready, he's busy to work. He will go deep down to every hook and sinker to bring out evidence. Now, the school has come out to say that for the girl that she has been feeling unwell, and that she's known to be sickler. No, 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 not like sickler, like she's known to be always sick. Let me use it, let me just paraphrase it that way, that she's known to be always sick. But the mother in her statement said that her daughter is healthy, and for the 12 years she have been taking care of her child, that her child is healthy. She doesn't have any underlying illness. Okay, like according to the mother of Bisola, when she went to the hospital, that the doctor told her that it looks like cardiac arrest or cardiac attack that made the girl to pass, and she left. And now the mother is calling out the school to come out and tell them and tell the world what happened to her child. The mother said she doesn't want to tear her child up. Let her just bear the fact that she have lost her first fruit. She doesn't want to go for autopsy. If you guys remember Sylvester, how they tear this small boy, and I think Sylvester was still 12 years as at that time, how they have to cut him. You guys know that this autopsy is not easy. They have to tear the child, they have to they have to dissect the child to look for the cause. Now, this lover went to, okay, the mother of the child is telling the school that her child is not sick, that if it was heart attack, or if this child had any underlying illness, then she could even say, oh, maybe it's a sickness. And mind you that this girl already left house that morning. So the mother of the girl, said that if this girl was sick, like if there was any atom of sickness, that she wouldn't allow her child to go to school. What is school to compare with her child? Are you guys, it looks like the woman had just three children, two girls and one boy. Okay, because in her video she was just crying. She said, how many did she born for her to be negligent, for her to um just not to take care of her child and allow her to go to school if she have sickness for that morning? Okay, now the mother is crying out that Chrisland should come out and tell the world what happened to her child that came to school healthy and returned dead. Okay, and the school is claiming that she has been sick, that she has been having sick, little sickness and something like that. And now this lover went to dig out the information they shared. Like this lover got some kind of school children sharing the story in their group, whether in their WhatsApp group or in their Snapchat. Okay, so there is this other child that went to school, like an eyewitness that saw what happened. The child went home and she was gisting her friends, sending her voice notes, trying to narrate what happened to the other of her friend. Okay, so she said in the voice notes that is in Gist Lovers page, she said that according to the school girl, the eyewitness, she said that Whitney, that is Desola, the girl, the 12 years old child that is dead now, she went to the stand of popcorn and candy. She went there to buy popcorn, and why there, that it looks like Whitney's hand was wet, and she touched something maybe the machine or a naked wire, and she got electrocuted. Okay, that it was electricity that shocked her, and she fell down immediately. Her eye rolled, her tongue rolled, her tongue became black, her lips became black. And yes, the mother also said in the video that when she went there, the lip of her child has become dark. Okay, so you can see that that little child was right. Okay, now the question is, and the question goes to Chrisland, how will they gather a number of children without supervising the environment? And then why would they even have such a gathering with no medical facility, no first aid box, no first aid personnel, no doctor, no nurse at the site? Because when Bisola was electrocuted, the teacher that was close by said they poured her water. You can imagine somebody got electrocuted, and what your brain tells you to do is to pour water. Man, even if this person didn't go to school, even if she didn't go to school, how dare the person pour water on somebody who is electrocuted? It doesn't work like that. So had it been there was a medical personnel, had it been that they had first aid personnel there, the person will have known what to do. Okay, you cannot gather the like multitude of people and for a sport, and there is no provision for a healthcare personnel or for first aid box or first aid personnel. Okay, what of if one of the children are running and they fell and they broke their leg or they had bruises? How are they going to be treated? Sorry, how? So the school didn't make provision for that. And then if there was a medical personnel or first aid personnel around there, and this child gets electrocuted, of course they know there is no water that they forced in. Okay, even the school or the hospital that said that the girl was she had cardiac arrest. Now, even if the girl had cardiac arrest, it takes a medical personnel to give resuscitation. That means when she had the cardiac arrest, nobody did CPR for her. And a simple CPR can bring somebody who had heart attack. And now the school has failed. And now you begin to ask, why are people still taking their children to all these expensive schools that have no structure, that have nothing to offer? You will see, before you know it, one of the students will die. And before you know it, it will still look like nothing happened. Sylvester Omoni's death is not even up to a year now, or barely 1 year. And now we are talking about another loss of a teenager, 12 years, for crying out loud. Almost the same age with Sylvester. And now we are still talking about the same kind of loss. Is it that these children or these schools cannot cater for their children? And you guys, if you hear the kind of news that are just going around about all these schools, all these expensive schools, you guys remember when Sylvester's on happened? So many people began to say so many different stories. And you still wonder why somebody's child, why some parents will still leave their child in such a school that have negative reviews. Now we are talking about Chrisland. Before Chrisland they already have bad reviews, and now some parents, because they pay millions, the parents just leave their children there. And then my question is to Chrisland: why would a parent pay huge sum of money for their children to be taken care of, and they can't even get a proper distance to take care of the children? There is no proper safety. And you guys, if you listen to that particular voice note, you just know that that was just what happened. Because you guys know that children are just so innocent at heart. So that voice note was just like a girl gisting her friend of what happened without knowing that it's going to be a social media thing, or without knowing that it's going to be a big case that will come to social media. You will see the innocency in her voice, just voicing out what happened at the event. So if it was adult, we will now say, oh, maybe they pre-recorded it, or maybe they arranged somebody to say it. But you can see the innocency of that child just gisting her friends of what happened. And now somebody came to sell was popcorn and the candy words wells, and they couldn't get a proper connection for their machine. They have to leave some wire naked, and it gets somebody's daughter electrocuted, and all they could do is to pour her water. How can they pour water on somebody who is electrocuted? How? Is it that even the school or the teacher that even did that doesn't have sense? How? See, some I used to say this thing. The kind of life, the kind of some deaths that people die in Nigeria, some deaths are preventable, but because of negligence, because of I don't care, because it's not my child, all those kind of things, it just keep going. It just keep going the more. Thank you everyone for coming. Please like the live stream if you come in, and let me know if you can hear me. Like the live stream and let me know what you think about this whole thing. So guys, this is terrible. This is terrible. The kind of tears that that woman is shedding, Omo, is very, very painful. Every woman who has a child, even those that doesn't have a child, knows the pain of going through conception, knows the pain of going through pregnancy, knows the pain of going through labor, and then training your child for 12 years only for just interhouse pause, and the child is gone. It's very painful where you pay so much money for your child, and then it was like, it looks like the mother, it just looks like she used her own money to buy what killed her child. We know that death is inevitable, but then this particular one, there are some deaths that are preventable, you know. So guys, that is just it though. As it stands now, um Chrisland is saying that the girl has been sick. You guys know that when something happen like this, they'll try to cover up. They'll try not to come to say the whole thing. They want to do damage control. They want to be at the safer side so that um people will not withdraw their children, so that they will not take the blame or pay the high part of the risk. So Chrisland School is saying that the girl has been sick from home, but the mother of the girl is saying that her child is not sick. And then from the evidence that Gist Lover has presented, it shows that the girl was electrocuted, and that is just very, very sad. Very, very sad. Not only that she was electrocuted, a girl that was electrocuted, and the closest teacher, what the closest teacher could do is to pour her water. What a poor management. That means even the teacher doesn't know what she is doing in the school. And this is a lesson to so many schools or proprietors that they should educate their teachers too. Okay, even when you employ a teacher, they should do some safety courses. Teach teachers how they can tackle to all these emergencies. Teach your teachers how to, all these first aid, basic language, basic a knowledge, you know. Thank you guys for coming. Please thumbs up, because it is very sad that a child was electrocuted, and a teacher, not even a student, a teacher poured her water. How? Why? What concerns electricity and water? Had it been it was fire, we'll say, oh, she was ablazed, and she tried to quench the water. But this was electrocution. And what the teacher that was close by could do is to pour her water. This is very sad. Guys, thumbs up the video, okay? Thumbs up for the video. Thank you everyone for joining me. So that is just the update. So the update now is that they poured water on her, or that she was electrocuted. She was actually electrocuted. And now the school, they are hiding it. They are not coming out to say. All they are saying is that the child was sick. The child used to be sick. And that is why on that particular day, she just slumped and they rushed her to hospital and she's dead. And according to the mother, she said the doctor, they wrote in her death report that is dead on arrival. So that means maybe that water they had poured on her will have even deteriorated the health, you know. And had it been there was a medical personnel or a first aid personnel in the vicinity, that person will have know what to do or how to even manage the situation. And this goes to parents. Before going to school, don't choose a school because of they are expensive. Don't choose a school because my friends' children are going to the school. Don't choose a school because, oh, this is where big men children are going. Before you choose a school for your children, make sure you do background check. Listen to the review of people. Ask people around. If you hear any bad story, please don't take your children there. Because sometimes, you know, we parents now, we'll be like, oh, it's not my child. It's not going to happen to my child. It's not going to happen to my child. And sometimes some parents will actually hear the bad news or the bad review of a school. But because they believe that it's not going to be their children, they will still carry their children go there. See, as I know that there are schools that are just like, some people feel that there are so many schools that are below their standard. But it's still better than self. Some children don't go to school. Some men and women did not go to school, but they are living. They are useful to the society. Is it not still better that your children do homeschooling than going to where they will die prematurely? Although no parent prays for that, no parent wished for that. And I believe that parents going to enroll their children in school, none of them ever wish that their children will go to school and never return, or their children will go to school and come back dead. My people, this is a very sad news. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And the thing is that is from when in fact, now that this one has happened, before you know it, another one will still happen, you know. So parents should be careful the kind of school they enroll their children. Not because it's expensive, not because my mates are taking their children there. Always ask, always check for their review. Any school you want to enroll your children and the review is already bad, don't go there with hope that it will not happen to your children. Because a school that is operates in negligence, a school that doesn't have the heart to use your school fees, the millions you are paying for, to create a conducive environment for your children, then why are you wasting the school fees? Why will you even enroll your children in such a school? Chrisland is not only a big school, but like if you come to social media, you will hear that Chrisland has a bad report. It has a bad reputation. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. So at this time, Gist Lover, I believe Gist Lover is still coming with more evidence. More evidence will still come out. But I believe what the mother of Desola is actually looking for is not too much. It's not too much. If the schools comes out to say, oh, they said she was electrocuted at the popcorn stand where she went to buy popcorn, I believe this woman will be okay. You know, some people, when you lie to them, that is what kills them the most. It's not even the lie. It's not even the what happened. It's the lie that people tell that kill other people the most. Now, Desola mother said she will fight with her last drop of blood until she get justice. She's not until she get justice for her child, until the school come out and make a reasonable a statement about what killed her child, and then she can bury her child in peace. And she said she's not going for any autopsy because you can imagine this child was electrocuted in so much pains, and then they will now go for autopsy to scatter her body again. The person will bear pains in life and pains in death. She said she don't wish her child, she don't want her child to pass through that. The school should just come out and own up that it was out of their negligence. Not only that, they did not supervise the popcorn stand and the place where children goes to buy things. They did not also provide medical personnel on ground that would take things, that would take care of things, you know. And I believe that their teachers are also not trained, because how will a teacher pour water on somebody who was electrocuted? How? How does that happen? And now the school is covering up. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, guys, that is just it. This is a very, very painful story. And nobody, even like the worst enemy, wouldn't wish the other person such. Like the Desola's mother was crying that it is said that it is her children that will bury her and not her burying her children. And look at her today, that she has bought coffin to bury her own child. No mother, no parent will be happy. And then the worst of it is that the school is calm. The school is not even bothered. They don't even want to own up to their own mistake. They are pushing the blame to the parents of the girl, that the girl has been sick. Whose mother will see her child that she is sick and still tell her to go and participate in inter-house sports? How? My people, this is very, very sad, and I just pray that God will grant them the fortitude to bear the loss, because for this woman, she's broken, she's shattered. Okay, I just pray that God will grant her that heart to bear the loss. And then for the little Desola Whitney, we pray that God will just grant her eternal rest. May her soul rest in peace. But it's so pathetic that in our country, Nigeria, so many people are dying carelessly. So many people. So much careless death. So pathetic. Some things that can be preventable. Just careless mistakes, because we don't value lives. Because anybody can just wake up and open school. Anybody can just wake up and open hospital. We no longer have human minds. We don't have this human empathy in us to gain the right knowledge before we endeavor in whatever we want to do. And these days, people no longer read. Okay, if this girl had cardiac arrest, and there was a first aid personnel in the vicinity, the person will just give the person a resuscitation, and this girl will come back. According to the mother said, oh, the hospital have claimed that she had a cardiac arrest. That if her child had a heart problem, this girl will have at least be manifesting at home. At least if it was something of hypertension now, you will have given her stroke in the first place. At least somebody that went to inter-house sport fell. That is one sign of hypertension or cardiac arrest. It will have given her hypertension or knock her into coma, but no, she died at the spot. And according to that little children that we are gisting, the eyewitness, they say it was electrocuted. That Whitney was electrocuted and her eyes rolled, her lips turned black, her tongue rolled immediately. And all the teacher can do is to pour her water. How? Before you pour somebody water, oh, maybe they were thinking she just fainted. Did you find out what happened? Why did she faint? My people, this is very, very sad. This is very, very sad. We just pray that the family will just be comforted by God, because it's very, very painful that a mother will bury her young child. Or it's very, very painful that a child left her house and came back in corpse. If you watch the mother of Desola, if you check out my other video, I just uploaded that video in the afternoon, you see how this woman is wailing. You see that this woman has cried to the extent that there is no more tears in her eyes. And you ask, who wouldn't be? Who won't this thing happen to? Who wouldn't cry that way? So it's only God that will pray, that will just strengthen her in this trying moment, because the deed has been done. And I'm so happy that she is saying she's not going for autopsy, because imagine what Sylvester went through. These children undergo torture. They will undergo torture on the earth, and that as a painful death process. And when they are dead, they'll still go to tear them, dissect them. Which parents will be happy seeing their children not resting in peace because they are looking for the cause of their death? And you know, the worst part is that even after they found the cause of their death, the people are not persecuted. So what's the essence? So I must commend that woman. I must commend her for rejecting autopsy, because even after they found out that what killed the child, they can't do anything about it. So she should just go and bury her child in peace, so that the Desola, can rest in peace. So guys, that is just the update. I say, let me just bring this update here. Let's just talk about it. And as it unfolds more, I shall be updating you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video whenever you come across it, and let me know your thoughts at the comment section. Do you feel that the woman should grant autopsy for the child? They should do autopsy to know exactly what happened to her? Or do you feel that that is the best decision? And do you also feel that the school, Chrisland, lying by saying that that girl has been sick? Or do you feel that those children discussing that Desola was electrocuted, they might be right? And I agree that they are right, because it sounds like they are the eyewitness and they were just gisting in their group, okay? They are the eyewitness and they were just gisting without knowing that it's a national matter already. So guys, I would love to read um your own contribution. I would love to read your own opinion at the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in another update. Bye.